Or two.
Well, I'm feeling rather upbeat. There is currently $312 American dollars sitting in my account. And that is all thanks to all those online surveys I filled in. So let that be a lesson to you folks. Hard work does pay off. Oh, and more importantly, I've worked out what to do with all those colostomy bags that I failed to sell. Once a failure does not mean always a failure.
Sorry, I've been doing some reading up online, and it turns out there's two types of people during lockdown. There's people who survive and people who thrive. And obviously, I have to be in the second category. People have been learning new skills and languages and running marathons in their living room. I haven't been doing any of that, so I had to make some changes.
So today, lockdown job. I mean, what am I saying today? Today, lockdown job. It's been a week's job. I've been clearing out my bedroom. I've been helping my mum with clearing out the house, along with the rest of the nation. We are guilty of doing lots of clearing out, and we know we're not supposed to go to the tip, so it's all just making a big pile now, so that's fun. But at least we're getting rid of stuff and feng shuiing the room a bit. I've been reading up about it.
No, I can't believe that we're still on lockdown and it's week 7. Do you know what I realised? I'll tell you what I realised. I'm a sad man. Do you know why I'm a sad man? Of course you don't, but I'm going to inform you. I'm a sad man because I want to get back to work. I've had enough of this lazying about holiday that I didn't even ask for. I want to be on a scaffold. You know what I mean? I want my ladders and my lifts, my 20, 30, 40, 50 lifts. With my doubles and my swivels. My clips. And you seen the weather out there? Now the weather, this is perfect.
Isolated? I am anything but. Charlie, put those scissors down now! They are testing me. I tell you who's got isolation down. Daisy. She is the queen of isolation up in her castle being fed and watered. She answers to no one. What I wouldn't give for one night all by myself with a huge glass of wine. That is what I miss the most. Me time. And Dan. I miss Dan. I miss working Dan. Dan with purpose. So, isolated, I guess, in a strange sort of way. Yes, perhaps I am.
Obviously, I'm working most of the day, but I started getting up a couple hours early. I squeeze in a quick workout, and then I do a bit of my German course. I've always loved German compound verbs. Oh, and before I sleep, I do a bit of intro to coding. You never know when that might come in handy. I don't have a ton of energy throughout the day, but I'm not going to lose the game of lockdown.
Hello dragons, my name is Marty Riley. I'm an entrepreneur with a great idea. I'm looking for an investment of £10,000 for my COVID cover for kids. In these unprecedented pandemic times, everyone is at risk, including children, although it's often hard to explain to children. But with COVID cover for kids, we provide personal protective equipment that they will really want to wear. Made from 100% recycled plastic, we can make face masks all the way to complete body coverings, with colourful designs and images they love to wear, such as Peppa Pig and Peter Rabbit.
I tell you what's slowly starting to annoy me. Every 2 days I'm getting a call from my dad, asking me, you know when the pub are going open? When's the pub going open? I'm like, Dad, I don't know when the pub's going to open. You watch the news as much as me, so when you find out, let me know. And if I find out, I'll let you know. Then he moves on to, when you go supermarket, you use a hand sanitizer? You got a mask? I'm like, Dad, I ain't got a mask. And of course I use hand sanitizer. Look, Mr. Hancock at the end of April said you don't need to have a mask. Just protect yourself.
just feeling really frustrated. It sounds so trivial because there are so many things going on in the world, but not being able to be in control of your life and not being able to do what you planned. Like, I was going to go on this interrailing trip around Europe. That's what I was saving up for. Obviously I'm not going, and there's more important things, I get it.
The second things get tough at home, and by tough I mean you can't quite stretch to a full portion of avocado and a nice G&T whenever you fancy it, charity is the first thing that goes. I remember having a genuine light bulb moment last time we spoke. It is a real result that the government are on board with everyone in, meaning that all homeless people and rough sleepers have somewhere safe indoors to sleep during this time. I am now trying to extend that beyond the end of lockdown, however long that may last, because we cannot find ourselves in a situation where we are the ones actually making people homeless at the end of all of this. That would be a real travesty.
Matthew and I haven't been speaking or spending too much time together these days. Which is weird because we're stuck in the same house, right? It's not a conscious choice. It's just, I don't have much time that's unaccounted for. The other day he suggested that we try to reconnect. He said we should do it while forest bathing, which is apparently this thing where you walk aimlessly among the trees and try to feel nature. Honestly, with everything I have to keep up with, I barely have time to bathe myself. Obviously, I bathe myself.
COVID, cover for kids. COVID, cover for... I should mention, I spoke to my mum this week, which is probably the first time in years, really. And she was her usual self. But I don't want to get into that now because, I'm in a good place. But for anybody who's concerned, how my grandmother's doing, well, she's still not doing too well. The doctors don't really know what it is, but I'm trying to stay positive. But I just thought I should mention it. But anyway.
I don't know if anyone else finds this, but my brain seems to go into overdrive at night time once the kids are finally in bed. I can't help but think we are missing an opportunity here. Florence? And no more treats, darling. Are you up in that cupboard? Get down before you fall again! Bed! Sorry. Yes, we're having real trouble with so many people falling through these bloody furlough cracks and self-employed people not getting the income support they need. They just cannot afford to pay their rent. So we're seeing numbers of rough sleepers rising.
You know, for the last couple of days, I've been speaking to the lads from work, as we're not working and we've been put on furlough. It's got me really thinking about what's important in life. I think I got to the point of realising, I thought living on my own was going to be great, but truth be told, I don't like it. I miss Sid. I miss Karen. I miss waking up to Sid, changing her, being around with her, seeing her grow. I miss Karen's dinner. I miss the interaction.
Oh God, I miss my friends so much. I miss just being able to do normal things, isn't it? It's exhausting seeing people. We've been having people out over in the garden. It's been amazing that we can do that. We're very lucky. But the setup, the cleaning everything down, my mum is literally bleach queen. It's just it's such a chore that it kind of feels like, oh God. Then you're in a bad mood when you're seeing the person because it's been so angsty and you've had a fight with your mum and, well, maybe this is just me, I don't know.
I feel like it is starting to get to me though, this lack of contact with people other than behind the computer screen. I know I was working most of the time even before lockdown, but even chatting with my colleagues at work or smiling at people when you pass them on the streets, even though it is awkward sometimes, but I don't know, feeling like you're part of a community, no matter how far removed. I guess I miss that. time for German. Tschüss!
So everybody stand up and raise one arm high. Her voice project as she speak out loud. Shout, this is how it is. This is how it is. So everybody stand up and raise one arm high. Her voice project as she speak out loud. Shout, this is how it is. This is how it is.